Standard form is a way of writing either very large or very small numbers nice and quickly. And standard form is writing things in the form a, some number a, times by 10 to the power of some number. Now the other condition is that a must be a number less than 10 and also bigger than or equal to 1. So let's have a look at doing this here. So if I wanted this to be written in standard form, it's going to be written as the number between 1 and 10 would be 8, and then I've got to put times 10 to the power of something. Now I deliberately lined up this 0 and the 8 so I can see how many places it's moved. So if I have a look at that, the 8 would have moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, so that is 8 times 10 to the power of 5. This next one, as a number between 1 and 10, it will be 4. And then if I line that up there, I can easily see how many places it's moved to go into that position. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, obviously with these ones, you're effectively just counting how many zeros that there are. But that's not the case with questions like this. So as a number between 1 and 10, this would have to be 2.3, because 23 obviously isn't between 1 and 10. So if I line the 2 up with the final digit, it's moved 1, 2, 3 places. So that is 2.3 times 10 to the power of 3. With this one here, this would have to be 4.765 to be a number between 1 and 10. So if I line it up, I can easily see how many places it's moved. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to there. So that must be 4.765 times 10 to the power of 4. Now with these ones, these are obviously where we've got onto very small numbers. But I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to write down, it's going to be a number between 1 and 10, which is going to be 8. So this time I've got to put the 8 over here. And then again, I'm going to work out how many places I've moved it. I moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. So it's going to be 8 times 10 to the power of, but this time, because it's a number less than 1, it'll be 8 times 10 to the power of minus 5. With this next one, the number between 1 and 10 will be 3. 3 times 10 to the power of, I know it's going to be a minus because it's a number less than 1. And I can see it's moved 1, 2, 3 places. So it's 3 times 10 to the power of minus 3. The number here between 1 and 10 would have to be 5.81. So to see how many places it's moved, 1, 2, I can tell it's going to be 5.81 times 10 to the power of minus 2. Again, this one would have to be 4.6, and I've moved the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 places, and that's the same number of places that I've moved the 6 as well. Remember that it's a minus because it's less than 1. Okay, so in this set of questions we've got the number in standard form and we just need to revert it to decimal form. Now the easiest way to do this is to think about the process of moving them along by each power of 10. So if the question said times 10 to the power of 1, then it would become 57.9. If it said times 10 to the power of 2, it would become 579. If it said times 10 to the power of 3, it would be 5790. And if it said times 10 to the 4, which it does, it would become 57,900. And that is a good process to use to work out what's going on, because you're just effectively moving it along a certain number of places. Now the next one, remember from what we've just done with indices that 10 to the power of 0, or anything to the power of 0, has a value of 1. So all we're doing here is 6.4 times 1, which is still 6.4. Okay, well with this next one, we know this answer is going to be smaller than 1 because it's negative, and I'm effectively moving everything along 3 places. So if it was 8.1 times 10 to the minus 1, that would give me 0.81. If it was 8.1 times 10 to the minus 2, that would give me 0.081. But because it's to the minus 3, we've got to move it another place further along. We'll get 0.0081, which will be the answer. With the last one, this is telling us that we only need to move it one place along. So we can see that effectively that 5 is just going to jump into this position here. Everything's moving along just one place. So we're going to get 0.5437.